Okay. Hello, y'all. Hope you're having a fantastic day. In this little next episode of like knowing me in a way before I can get back into gaming and streaming, as I set up everything in this new apartment, I'm going to set these up. Might be terrible, but I'm gonna have to move them again later. But it's on carpet, so I should be able to scoot them, hopefully. This one I want it to be more like a serious look. This one like fun, a little not as serious, and or just like, I don't know, random stuff. But I'm gonna have this one be like D&D, Magic the Gathering, things of like kunai and stuff, and then I have the the Ichigo swords I want to somehow hang up. So that is today's video. Probably. I might move stuff around and there might be a cut or two, but that's it. And now I'm paranoid that I'm not actually recording, so let me get to that. I am. Okay. This may be just a rough draft because obviously I don't have a lot of stuff in my current state of just me. But plan is to get this set up, eventually get the room organized in a way that I can, get that worked out, and we'll see what to do from there. And as I go through each different spot, I'm going to show you the items. And my feet are hurting because I'm an idiot. And I'm sitting in a way that I don't need sitting. Okay. At the bottom, I don't have anything to put yet. I don't know if y'all can see that. But like toward the ground, I don't have anything for yet because I want to get statuary for like my for like my favorite games and stuff like that, like Bloodborne and Elden Ring and stuff like that. And so they will be lowered to the ground because they're way more than the rest. And I don't have. There they are. So the first, we're just gonna chunk these down right there while I do this. Okay, I feel right there might be good. Maybe I'll go a little lower for statuary purposes. I've said this a lot on my channel, and I hope I'm not gonna say something that I don't mean, but I feel good. I've kept up a good routine the last few days. Yesterday, I kind of almost forgot to post my video. Maybe it went out at midnight today, but that was an accident because I kind of forgot. Because I was gaming with my friend, and we all know, time flies whenever you're gaming. But yeah. I think on this first one, it's going to be D&D and Magic the Gathering. If not, just D&D. And I'll show you all the D&D stuff I have. Let me get a piece of glass from over here. I do have a bunch of stickers and all this, so. And I don't know if I have ones that are kind of just not. Maybe I do have a few. Let me grab those. The first step is done. Alright. Is it even? I don't think it's even. Let me count holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 20. I think, yeah, I don't even need to Magic the Gathering, not Magic the Gathering, D&D. Which, honestly, I don't need to put all that stuff up, but I'm going to. Yeah, I should take this sticker off. But right now, this is like condition rings. They just tell things in the game. I got this a few years ago whenever I was kind of hosting a D&D party. Kind of not in a way, because it was just me and a couple friends and things like that. I was really big into D&D for about a year or two when I first got into it, and I was just fascinated. I wanted all the dice. I have tons of dice, but this is my favorite set. It's a cat set, and they're like made of crystal or just glass. Where I don't know if it's gonna focus, but it's like a cat right there. But the one, no, that's the cat butt. The one's a butthole, cat butthole, and then the cat is the 20. So I thought these were really cute when I first got them, and honestly, they're my favorite dice set I own for the most part. And then here I have a ton of sets. I have D&D ones. I just have a Dungeons and Dragons. This one got from one of my D&D companions. It has penguins in them. He wanted to get rid of them. And yeah, this one has skulls in it. And God, this one's sharp as hell. I did have a hex core from Arcane, but I got rid of it. I gave them away to another person. These are pretty cool. They're like hollow metal, and they're just hollow metal. Thought those were pretty cool. And I'll just move these over so I can squeeze these on in there in a way. We'll place that there. It came with I got these two. They're not Dungeons and Dragons. This one's a Jurassic World coin. I don't know where this came from. It just came to my hands. And then we also have this D&D sorcerer point. If you know about sorcerers, they have points that they can expend to do certain things to their spells, which is good, but also kind of sucks because they kind of get outshadowed by wizards in a way. But yeah, there's that. And then Space Jam, Spelljammer. It's a really good set. This is the only book in my collection that I own that isn't digital, because sadly, I think D&D wants to go digital with all their stuff, and this just tells you how to run a campaign and how to run this world. And I was really into it until, you know, D&D groups don't always work out. So you just kind of move away despite it all. So that's gonna go like right there. I think that's a good spot. Might gotta turn it more at an angle, and it's too high for me to actually do anything with. Bam. Then we're gonna angle this like right there. I think it looks pretty good. I hope y'all can see that. I'll later on, as I complete this one, I will just place the coins right here. Y'all probably will never see half the stuff in this, but at least it's there. And doing it this way, y'all get to see how I'm setting it up. And going forth, I hope as I get new stuff, we'll do it together. And then this is a little D&D bag with a beholder? Yeah, beholder. It's just a little monster, a little ball monster that can fly. It's like an alien, and each of its tentacles do something different. Really like that bag. This is melee mats. It's basically, I'll show you. Melee mats are just, I used them, forgot to wipe everything off, but they kind of just, 6x6, 6 feet is a cube. You can move a certain amount so you can know where you are. And this, I drew terribly back then, so there's that. So this will be the centerpiece right there. Boom. Block some stuff, but I think it looks fairly good the way it is. Another thing that isn't D&D, but I like to use for D&D are these little Monopoly pieces. I had a Monopoly set a couple years ago, and I think they got rid of it, but I kept these because though they're not exactly like minifigs for D&D, they are really nice for just display of character, little markers. And so I'll just line those up, line them up like right there. And the good thing about this is my cats, they no longer go into these rooms, my bedroom and or this one. And so the cats won't knock things off, hopefully. And sadly that means less time for them to be seen in videos, but it's something I need to do for the foreseeable future, unless like I get lazy again, which I hope I don't, because I need to lock in on life. And I need to get rid of that bag. Anything else that's gonna go onto this one? I think, yes, How to Train Your Dragon. I think I'll put this one on this one. Isn't really Dungeons and Dragons, but it's a dragon. And so I thought it'd be pretty sick to put that on this side. Because it was on the other one. I don't know if I showed it when I first did this in my previous apartment, because I was just being not locked in like I am trying to be now. But yeah, we're gonna place that little guy right there. And then lastly, I have a kunai I got from my dad a couple of years ago, fairly certain. And it's just pretty cool, just a little kunai. So we're gonna place that, probably gonna place it flat because I don't want it to shatter if it ever falls. But that's the first area. Next area will probably be the Magic the Gathering section, because that is probably probably that's all I can speak of say the most important section, because I have a lot more product for that. I say product, but more stuff, because I'm a fiend, it appears. I'm just gonna put that. Bam. Bam. Bada bop. And this might be a POW. We'll adjust those as we come to. I'll be right back. Oh, it's definitely too high. Boom. And it's flat. Coolio. Coolio. I think it's gonna work out well. Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering came out a couple years ago. Comes with a dice. I didn't know that. I never actually used this in any sets, and that's just the reality of it, because I kind of got out of D&D, Magic the Gathering at this point, because it's just, I had no one to play with, and also it just didn't take up a lot of my time. But really cool set. I like collabs. Magic the Gathering has done too much of them in the last few years, so that is my stance on that. Though I'm a fiend for Magic the Gathering stuff. A couple years ago, I say a couple as if it's like not ancient history by now, but I got me and my friend these little Dungeons and Dragons things, not Dungeons, Magic the Gathering card holder things, and you can put like effects and stuff, and they can keep track. And it's a good premise. It's just I never actually got used to it, so I never actually used it. So we're gonna put that maybe I'll do a little this. It's the Eye of Sauron. But yeah, this probably won't go up. It's all my extra cards. So I'll just toss that there for right now. Is that really all? No, that's not it. Oh yeah. This set, what have I got in here? Which set is this? This one has 2 decks within it. This one is my Island Plains deck, which, let me see a card. Yes, this deck right here is OP. Like, really OP, if I can get the right shit. And by what I mean by right shit is, like, there's like 4 cards in here that I can basically make gods by making them indestructible. We get +1/+1 and all that good shit. It's a equipment +1/+1 deck that I can turn any card into a god, and it's situational. If an early game, I can be taken out real quick. This is my forest mountain deck. Not perfected. I honestly don't know what I'm doing with this one. I may have to go back and like read these in and see what I got. Probably above average deck sizes. I'm not exactly sure what the standard is, but they were really big when I was going up against people in for when I was playing in school, high school. And there was that deck. And I have like one more deck, I'm fairly certain, in this one, which this one might be an original, which this one is like the 4 dice? Yeah, I got 4 dice in this one. Oh yeah, I somehow got Transformers in here. I don't know why. Transformer dice. What are you? Oh, you're all my neutral cards. I wanted to make a deck that was literally no like typings, which may be illegal, but all these are sorted, I think. Actually, yeah, but there's never not a lot of non-colored things, and so it's a work in progress on that one. But yeah, there's that, and then I have this one, which I think is just like all my side cards that I'm not currently using. Yeah, I don't know if y'all saw that. This is sorted cards that I want to use and want to eventually put in decks. This one is cards that are not in use and I don't have a purpose for yet. Yeah, I really wish Magic the Gathering could go cheaper again, because I would definitely buy their cards. It's just their collabs are like kind of disappointing me nowadays. Especially because I'm not spending $75. The average person is not or should not be purchasing the product at that high of a cost, unless it's like a limited edition and collab. And it kind of deters me in a way. Obviously, these things will grow. I want to get more Magic the Gathering. I want to get all that. I want a Bloodborne statue. I want all this cool shit that I can't do right now because, you know, as a human, there's other priorities that we must put into effect. And then I'm gonna put this down, put that like right there, and then I need to put the last section. I think is gonna be just a small little area with a bunch of like small things. In my previous video, I showed off some things. What things? I showed off my like knickknacks, like things that I had that I've collected over the years that have value to me, and or just tell my history. So my plan in this section is just a small little area to commemorate that in a way that y'all shouldn't be looking there, is kind of just importance. I think it's the right word. I really don't know. I'm not really good with explaining how I feel about things, because a lot of times I really abstract with how I feel for certain things. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. No. That's too high. I was on a call with my stepmom earlier, and she was like, "Those are the candle hudges from Hobby Lobby." And I was like, "Yeah, I purchased them, real cheap too, real nice, really good." I really appreciate my boss for letting me buy them for such a cheap cost. Okay, I have two of these. They're little neon signs. I was really gonna get into like streaming back in the day. I wanted to have like backdrops. Though I tore out the cords so they don't light up anymore. But I think they're just really cool in a way. My main theme is like cats, and also just cats. I really like cats. They're like been my favorite animal. It was dogs, but then I was introduced to cats, and I was like, yay. Hey, small things that I don't think will have any purpose is this is Deadpool thing I got from my dad. This little guy, it's from Top of the Morning Coffee when I purchased and I reviewed it back a while ago. That's just gonna go there. Everyone should have a good morning cup of joe. It's always nice. Behind y'all, I got several things that I will try and implement, but I probably won't implement all of them. So, because it is a lot of junk. Well, I wouldn't say junk, because it all has meaning in some way. But we'll try and implement most of it. This has some meaning. Though I may, we'll put it up over here. Can this fit? It can sit. That works for me. Looks pretty cool too. Once I'm done, I'll zoom out for y'all, so y'all just have this weird thing. I really do like to travel. It's like one of my favorite things. I don't drive, so sadly I can't. Probably a good thing I don't drive. I'd probably end up in Bumfuck, New Mexico or some shit, and that wouldn't be a complete bad thing, but it wouldn't be a good thing either. So, I'm missing some pictures. I hope I have them still, because they really have value. They really, really have value. I'll put that there, behind there. Put this here, there. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to send a picture of this to my dad, because a lot of this I did with him, and he will probably really like this. It might be dumb to be putting up things for videos that have value to me in some way like this, but I feel like having this connection between me and my audience, of y'all knowing what I'm into and all that good jazz, is important, despite parasocialism and it being a very real thing, which I know it is, but I've always wanted to make friends with almost everybody I've met. So if that means I'm going to make friends with the universe, I'll make friends with the universe. So be it. Friends with the universe I will be. Even if I tend to yap on for too long about certain subjects. This little guy is just not wanting to work with me. I guess I can try and shove you like. Alright. I want to be able to do this. I could hang you. Do not hang Albert Einstein. That would be very bad. But we'll put you there. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. Alright, y'all are about to the face full of ass. Boom. Well, that was the first instance of this thing falling. Probably plenty of more to come. Put that there. This can get put somewhere, but for right now, just dwell behind there, and these little things can just chillax there. Don't have anything else that I want to put here, but no, that's about it. Alright, I think that's the end of this one. I'm gonna pick y'all up. Alright, there's the first one. Took about 30 minutes, Jesus. But yeah, that's the things about me. The little thing, I'm glad I could get that to hang. And then I'm Magic the Gathering, and then D&D, which is my favorite things. I do have other favorite things, it's just, those are the good chunk of things that I've like come to in life. Especially through friends and the memories I've made with them. It's just the driving force of any sort of hobby I have is, if a friend wants to do it, I'll do it. I really haven't figured out things that I want to do. And I guess you could say YouTube is that. It's not really driving me in a weird way. I kind of just want to do it. Put out my voice there. As well as, there are a couple other things in this life that I do enjoy. It's just hard to do when you're by yourself. But yeah, I think I'm going to chop this up into a part 1 video and part 2. If you want to see the second video, it'll be posted right after this one. It'll be posted today as well. But yeah, it'll be a fantastic day. And bye-bye.